They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
Saber que el tratamiento es completamente gratis nos quita una preocupación de encima.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of. We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. We're hitting a new year, and you should, at the same time, come in with a new attitude, a new philosophy that you're going to make money when the stock market goes down. That's right. This is the third bubble, and you don't think it's going to crash? The first bubble did. The dot-com, the second bubble, the housing and financial con. Why do you think the third bubble, which is twice as big as the two previous bubbles, is any different? It's not different. Matter of fact, it's worse. It's going to go down faster. The stock market is going to go down 50%. You're going to lose 50% of the money you have in the stock market. You're going to lose 45% of the equity you have in your home. You're going to lose 30% of the money you have in your savings. Yes, you are. Trust me. Join my gang, Phil's gang, so that we can show you how to benefit, how to profit. But you can't just sit there and own a stock. You got to learn how to short the market. Join my gang. Learn how to short. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of. We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Generally agree that monetary policy was not the main reason for the housing bubble.
What are you, nuts? Of course, monetary policy was the reason for the housing bubble. That's Ben Bernanke. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. He's lying. Listen to this. In December 2000, interest rates were 6.5%. Within the next 30 months, Bernanke dropped them down to 1%. Because of that, mortgage originations grew from 1.5 trillion to 5 trillion. That was by the end of 2003. The housing bubble was inflated, and it was continued being fueled by his policies, which eventually we saw mortgages that grew from 28 trillion mortgage to 50 trillion. He lied. But here's the important thing. We were able to take advantage of that here at Phil's Gang, and we were able to make money because of it. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. We're hitting a new year, and you should, at the same time, come in with a new attitude, a new philosophy that you're going to make money when the stock market goes down. That's right. This is the third bubble, and you don't think it's going to crash? The first bubble did. the dot-com, the second bubble, the housing and financial con. Why do you think the third bubble, which is twice as big as the two previous bubbles, is any different? It's not different. Matter of fact, it's worse. It's going to go down faster. The stock market is going to go down 50%. You're going to lose 50% of the money you have in the stock market. You're going to lose 45% of the equity you have in your home. You're going to lose 30% of the money you have in your savings. Yes, you are. Trust me. Join my gang, Phil's gang, so that we can show you how to benefit, how to profit. But you can't just sit there and own a stock. You got to learn how to short the market. Join my gang. Learn how to short. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, many people left the stock market after the crash, and here's why.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
And that's still going on. That's your planner. They don't represent you. They represent themselves, your money manager. But you have to make a change. You can't change them. You make the change. Join my gang, philsgang.com, so that we can take care of you. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
China, clearly its economy, they're having a problem. They're having a crisis there. You have railed that China is beating America, and yet
they're killing us.
Okay, we're on our best 2-year job creation streak in 20 years. China is cratering our stock market for the problems they have at home.
Unbelievable. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off Wall Street Radio Network. This is an interview yesterday on Meet the Press. Can you believe that? He said, we have the greatest, the interviewer says, we have the greatest, Todd says, we have the greatest amount of jobs in years. That's not true. The jobs suck. I'm going to go over them. Listen to what he says again.
China, clearly its economy, they're having a problem. They're having a crisis there. You have railed that China is beating America, and yet
they're killing us.
Okay, we're on our best 2-year job creation.
Best 2-year job creation? Are you nuts? It's amazing how they lie. It's incredible. We're going to straighten that out. The market's down 55 points, and everybody keeps on blaming China. I told you, it's not China. Sure. Does it contribute? Sure. But is this the reason why the market is collapsing? Didn't I tell you in May to join my gang and let's short the stock market? It was going to collapse. Now, listen to what Fisher, he was on the Fed. He was one of the 11 board members. He's now found God. He's now admitting they rigged this economy. They rigged this market. Listen to what he says. They front-loaded it, they call it.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve.
That's what he said. We front-loaded the market. That means 0% rates, do QE, anything to push this market up without earnings, without good jobs. That's front-loading.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect. So I wouldn't be surprised with what's happening. I wouldn't blame it on China. We're always looking for excuses.
So what he's saying is, look, we front-loaded this whole market. Why are you blaming it on China? Exactly what I told you. Why blame it on China? We front-loaded it. What's he mean by front-loading? That's when they did quantitative easing. That's when they printed $85 billion a month to buy treasuries, so to force everybody out of bonds into stocks. That's when they printed $5 trillion to get the companies to buy their own shares because their earnings were so terrible. Their top-line sales were falling off a cliff, so their earnings were falling. They didn't want their stocks to fall, so they engineered it, financially engineered, gave all this money. Then you had QE1, QE2, QE3, another $3 trillion they pushed into the. This is what he's talking about. That's called front loading. And these guys come out on CNBC, and he says, and Todd says yesterday, I guess that's his name, Todd, CNBC, the host. I don't watch it anymore. He said, look at the terrific jobs. Well, let's go through these jobs. Let's go through these jobs after the market dropped 6% last week. Oh, China's fault. Really? China's fault? What about our own huge debt? That has nothing to do with it. Our terrible earnings has nothing to do with it. The financial engineering has nothing to do with it. Did anyone hear the jibber jabbers on CNBC last Friday while celebrating the Friday's job number of 292,000 jobs point out that 63% of Americans don't have enough savings for a $500 car repair? 63% of Americans don't have enough savings for a $500 car repair. Did anybody point that out with these magnificent numbers last week of 292,000 jobs? Can you imagine? 63% of Americans can't raise $500 to fix their car because the CEOs of the S&P 100 companies and the FTSE 100 companies, which are the Great Britain companies, will have earned more money by tomorrow afternoon than the average worker, both in the U.S. and Great Britain, will earn during this entire year. What are you, nuts? Oh, that's China's fault? Or, of the 292,000 jobs, 142,000 were part-time, low-paying service jobs that went to who? To retirees who had to come out of retirement to supplement their 401k retirement fund because they had nothing left after they paid 62% of what they saved in fees. And then they came out of retirement. They had to subsidize the lack of savings as a result of the Federal Reserve of Obama's monetary policies to drop their savings rate from 5% to less than 1%, so to give companies enough money to buy their own shares, so to artificially boost their share price to mask their bad earnings as a result of the diminishing revenues. Top line sales down. People didn't have any money to go buy stuff. This has nothing to do with China. And they also dropped your 5% to less than 1% in savings to fund the hedge funds, to give them enough zero interest money so they could buy stocks on margin to boost the stock market even higher. It's called the fake wealth effect. We've been in a fake wealth effect since 2009. It's created this 200% rally, and that's why it's a bubble, our third bubble, and why you need right now to call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Join my gang. So I'll give you the alternative. Show you how you can make money as stocks drop. I've been saying this for weeks now. You're not listening. Your 401k, you're not allowed to make money when the market goes down. This is interesting. Today, on CNBC, one of the fund managers for 401k mutual fund, you can't believe what he said. Here, listen to this. What he's talking about with the 401k. Listen to what he said.
Here's my general take on 401k investing.
Now, he's a fund manager, remember. He's one of the managers. He's one of the crooks.
Here's my general take on 401k investing. It should be completely separate from any kind of trading that you're doing, whether it's recreational trading because you're in between jobs right now, or you're really somebody that's got a great handle on the market and macro trends and you want to try to outperform. I have no issue with that. But I think 401ks should be kept separately. They should be used differently. I think
401ks, this is a fund manager. Keep it separately, used differently. No, how about not using them at all? Did you ever hear anybody say that when you got your 401k, when you went to work for somebody and they gave you a menu of mutual funds to pick from for your 401k? Did they ever say to you, oh, is this for recreation? You'd look at it and say, recreation? I go swimming or I play tennis. I don't go invest in stocks for recreation. Or did you hear him say, oh, you should take your 401k, put it over here, put it aside. You shouldn't be using it so much. We'll get you should start your own fund. Now listen to this. Listen to this.
Market volatility tends to bring out some of the worst investing advice imaginable, and this time is no different. And I'm starting to see people talk about, liquidate your 401k or whatever. This is not actual advice that anyone would ever give that knows anything about financial planning or retirement investing. It's okay if you want to be tactical, but I think that message to the American investor that they somehow should think they have this ability to act on hunches or headlines or whatever and liquidate 401k is really, really dangerous, and nobody should listen to it.
Well, you say the average, these are your words. The average investor has no ability to put any kind of technical or quantitative data to work regularly, even if it was shown to be completely effective, which it hasn't, in order to time the market.
Sure. And again,
are you kidding me? We do it all day long. We do it all day long. Are you kidding me? In May, I gave you the technicals to short the market. This is unbelievable. What are you, nuts? 15 past the hour. We'll be right back here at Phil's Gang. Join my gang. Make sure you know how to short your stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Do you think gold is money? No.
Gold's not money? You got to be kidding. That's Ron Paul asking Ben Bernanke. And of course, Ben Bernanke lied. Of course, gold is money. But here's what he doesn't want you to know. They've been suppressing gold, trying to push gold down because it competes with the dollar. The Federal Reserve doesn't sell gold. They sell dollars. Gold competes. Gold will dictate in a free market where interest rates should be. That's the last thing they want, because they manipulate interest rates. Now, has your broker told you that? Has your planner told you that? No. Well, I told my gang that. I explained it to them, and we positioned ourselves to be in a perfect position for gold and copper as it dropped. That's why you want to join my gang, Phil's Gang. We're right on top of this. philsgang.com. Join today. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You ever notice they always tell you to buy, but they never tell you to sell? They never tell you to sell. Well, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you understand. When you buy a stock, and if all you do is buy, and you never sell short to make money where they're going down, you have to be so good. That means you got to buy the companies that are always going up. Nobody's that good. Nobody could possibly be that good. You got to make money just like you make money when you buy a stock. You got to make money when a stock goes down. That's how you even the playing field. That's how professionals make money. They make money going up and make money going down, but they don't tell you that. They just want you to try to make money going up. They don't want you to make money going down because they make that money on you. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. Learn how to short stocks at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything will be taken care of. We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Generally agree that monetary policy was not the main reason for the housing bubble.
What are you, nuts? Of course, monetary policy was the reason for the housing bubble. That's Ben Bernanke. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. He's lying. Listen to this. In December 2000, interest rates were 6.5%. Within the next 30 months, Bernanke dropped them down to 1%. Because of that, mortgage originations grew from 1.5 trillion to 5 trillion. That was by the end of 2003. The housing bubble was inflated, and it was continued being fueled by his policies, which eventually we saw mortgages that grew from 28 trillion mortgage to 50 trillion. He lied. But here's the important thing. We were able to take advantage of that here at Phil's Gang, and we were able to make money because of it. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, everybody, the Hot Stocks Apple or Google whatever it is. It doesn't matter. What people don't understand is every stock is the same. If the institutions buy it, it goes up. If they don't, it goes down. It doesn't matter the name. That's why we use charts to identify money in, money out. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Middle-class economics works.
Works? Where? Show me where it works. You tell us the unemployment rate is 5.1%, and you only get to 5.1% by making sure people don't have a job. Think of August. August, the unemployment rate went down to 5.1% because 200,000 people couldn't find a job. If they found a job, our unemployment rate would be at 10%. Isn't this amazing? Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Aren't you sick of this stuff? Aren't you sick of these politicians? They keep lying to us. And you know, Wall Street does too. And how many times have you said, boy, I hate Wall Street. I hate the stock market. But that's the best place in the world to make money. But you need a lesson. You need a lesson on how to invest. That's where I come in. Join my gang, philsgang.com. It's the best teaching format in the country when you want to learn how to invest in stocks. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
There you go. Fed Fisher says today they rigged the market. They front-loaded it with QE, QE1, QE2, QE3, buying all the 10-year, printing $85 billion a month to buy 10-year treasuries to force people out of bonds into the stock market. QE1, 2, and 3, which is they infused $3 trillion, then they put another $5 trillion in, print another $5 trillion for companies to buy their own stocks, and they printed another $2 trillion to give the hedge funds to buy their own shares. That's called front-loading. I've been telling that all along. The 200% rally's been financially engineered. Nobody believes it. But the beautiful thing, it's on its way back down, and you're being told today by the professionals on CNBC, oh, if you're in a 401k, do not sell it. Do not get rid of it. Stay in it. Sure, because they get paid. This guy that says that gets paid on the size of the fund. How many times do we have to tell you that? On the size of the fund. He doesn't get paid on what he creates for you, the returns on the fund. He doesn't get paid based on the returns, just the size of it. That's ridiculous. Why would anybody pay anybody not for performance, but the size of the fund? Well, 80 million people do that every day because they don't know better. Now listen to what he says.
Here's the bigger issue, and believe me when I tell you, we've looked at every single variable there possibly is. There's no silver bullet that's ever going to say, this was the best possible time to buy, this was the best possible time to sell.
Maybe not a silver bullet, but how about a Phil's Gang chart? My PT1 and PT2 charts. Take the PT2 chart. Here, I'll prove them wrong. Schlumberger, one of our stocks. On October 8th, we said, let's buy it because it turned from red to green, meaning the institutions stopped selling it and decided to buy it. We could see it, and we bought it. That was a 7% return. Then, that was October 8th. Then on November 9th, about a month later, we saw it change. We saw the green change to red, which meant institution money now are going up. They're reversing it. They're taking their money out. Now, you're not allowed to do anything. You can't do anything. Your 401k manager, this guy here, he will not do anything for you. He says, just hold on. You're going to be fine. Cost average down. Buy more of it, he'll tell you. Well, guess what? If you're with me, and he's saying, what? There's no silver bullet that tells you when to get in, get out? Well, he may be right. I don't know about bullets, but I can tell you my chart did. So here you go, November 9th, at $79, we got a message from the market. The chart turned from red to green. I mean, green to red. It went down 15%. That'd been a 15% return. So say 9% up and 15 down. Or if you want to cut it in half, say 5% up and 5% down. That's 10%. I know you're not going to believe my numbers. What's he talking about? So he says there's no silver bullet?
Here's the bigger issue.
Issue.
Believe me when I tell you.
Yeah,
we've
believe
looked
you.
at every single variable there possibly
sure
is.
you have.
There's no silver bullet that's ever going to say this was the best possible time to buy, this was the best possible time to sell.
Wait a minute, I just showed him. Schlumberger. How about Intel? What about Intel? The guy's a liar. What about Intel? On October 23rd, it turned green. We said, let's buy it. It went up 8%. Then on November 23rd, a month later, it turned red. We said, let's sell it short. And it went down 12%. So up 8, down 12. Cut them in half if you want, if you don't believe me. That's crazy. See, they don't want you to know that there's something out here called a chart. They'll tell you when to get in, when to get out, because the chart is based on technicals. I mean, in today's day, today's era with technology, are you mean to tell me you don't think a computer can tell you when the institutions are getting out? You really believe that? That they won't tell you, they can't tell you when Vanguard, BlackRock, T. Rowe Price, Bank of New York Mellon, Morgan Chase, or Franklin Resources are getting out of Schlumberger or Goldman Sachs? You don't think that's possible? Are you nuts? Of course it's possible. Then let's go back to these job numbers. You know, these 292,000 jobs, this is not China. What they didn't tell you on CNBC is 142,000 of them were part-time. And guess who took those jobs? It was retirees who had to get back to work because they didn't make enough money for their retirement. They didn't put enough money away because it was all taken by fees, their 401 retirement fund. They had to subsidize. They had to get back to work. They had to subsidize their savings because the Federal Reserve screwed them. What did the Federal Reserve do? They said, we're going to take their 5%, drop it down to less than 1%, and we can loan money to hedge funds to go and buy stocks on margin. We'll loan them $2 trillion at no interest. We'll loan all these S&P 500 companies whose earnings are dropping so fast that we got to stop their stock from dropping. So we'll loan them $5.5 trillion, give them money to buy their own shares back. And who admitted that today? Fisher. Now let's talk about this. As for that 5% unemployment rate that everybody was running around on Friday all excited, 5-point unemployment, we're still at 5 point. No, it's not. That's fake too. The only way they got to that 5% is not count in that 5% in December the 623,000 unemployed discouraged workers. So they create 292,000 jobs in December, but they don't tell you about the 623,000 who were discouraged workers who dropped out looking for a job. But they don't count them in the 5% because if they did, the unemployment rate would be 12%, not 5%. Even worse, they're not going to tell you about the total discouraged workers for 2015, which is 94,691,000. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that because they'd have to tell you the real unemployment rate. You got to count them back in. It's 23%. But see, they don't count them back in. That's how they keep their 5%. They also didn't mention on Friday there's been an increase of 525,000 Americans who are having to work multiple jobs in 2015 over 2014. So in 2014 to 2015, we had an increase of 525,000 Americans who had to work multiple jobs just to pay their bills. What are you, nuts? Join my gang right now. 877-600-GANG. Denise is there, and so is Steve to sign you up.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know what I hate about these guys on TV, these smart guys? They think they're really intelligent. The same guys who never told us to get out of the dot-com before it crashed or the housing com before it crashed. Listen to what this guy says about Apple.
Why you hold Apple is because Apple is in the transition mode. We are now focusing away from smartphone unit growth, and we're focusing on the user base and monetizing the user base.
God, you want to scream listening to this stuff. What are you, nuts? Who cares about focusing away from smartphone unit growth and then focus on unit base and focus on monetizing user base? Who cares about that? It doesn't matter. What counts is you should have been out of the stock when it turned from green to red. You would have a profit of 20%. Instead, following this dope, you're losing money. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Middle class economics works.
Works? Where? Show me where it works. You tell us the unemployment rate is 5.1%, and you only get to 5.1% by making sure people don't have a job. Think of August. August, the unemployment rate went down to 5.1% because 200,000 people couldn't find a job. If they found a job, our unemployment rate would be at 10%. Isn't this amazing? Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Aren't you sick of this stuff? Aren't you sick of these politicians? They keep lying to us. You know, Wall Street does too. And how many times have you said, boy, I hate Wall Street. I hate the stock market. But that's the best place in the world to make money. But you need a lesson. You need a lesson on how to invest. That's where I come in. Join my gang, philsgang.com. It's the best teaching format in the country when you want to learn how to invest in stocks. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
Saber que el tratamiento es completamente gratis nos quita una preocupación de encima.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything will be taken care of. We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, every day we read in the paper or we hear on radio or TV how the market is rigged. So what? It's rigged to go up, not to go down. You know this market hasn't pulled back 10%, not 10% since 2011, and you're not in this market. You want the market to be rigged. All you got to know is when to get out before it blows up. That's why you become a gang member, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know what I hate about these guys on TV, these smart guys? They think they're really intelligent. The same guys who never told us to get out of the dot-com before it crashed or the housing-com before it crashed. Listen what this guy says about Apple.
Why you hold Apple is because Apple is in the transition mode. We are now focusing away from smartphone unit growth, and we're focusing on the user base and monetizing the user base.
God, you want to scream listening to this stuff. What are you, nuts? Who cares about focusing away from smartphone unit growth and then focus on unit base and focus on monetizing user base? Who cares about that? It doesn't matter. What counts is you should have been out of the stock when it turned from green to red. You would have a profit of 20%. Instead, following this dope, you're losing money. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, it used to be, hey, what's that hot stock? There's no hot stocks anymore. You know what it's all about now? It's identifying when to get in the market, when to get out. And why? Because the market is rigged. It's rigged to go up. There's nothing better. It's rigged to go up. It's called quantitative easing. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Have fun with us in a rigged market.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, Phil's Gang, we're here for one reason, to raise money for St. Jude. And how we do that for my teaching format. If I can make you a better investor by getting you away from a 401k, number one, so you don't do that again, because you can't make money because they don't let you invest in individual stocks. But the worst problem, they don't let you short a stock, make money on the way down. They got people scared for 30 years. Don't short. Oh, it's scary. Don't short. It's scary. That's so the fund managers make money. Because remember what we tell you, and it's the truth. I don't know how to get it across to you. Your fund, the manager, is not paid on the returns he makes for you. He's paid on how big the fund is. The first thing in the morning he gets to the office, he calls the sales manager. He wants to know last week how much new money came in. Are the salesmen, stockbrokers, are they going out and they capturing that money? Are they getting that money out of their asset allocation? Are they taking those assets and put it in this fund? We got to grow the fund. That's how they get paid. So you're losing money. Like the last week, as the market went down 900 points, you're losing money. But as long as the fund keeps growing, you are paying an increase in your fees. Yeah, your fees are increased as the fund gets bigger. You pay more fees. Anyway, as I tell you, we're here to raise money for St. Jude and to help you. We're going to reach out to you to help you to become better investors so that when retirement comes, you'll be okay. You're going to be fine. And all we ask is you to reach out to St. Jude. Now let's think about it. The money that you send in, 81 cents of every dollar goes to research and treatment. Not dinners and limousines and all this. 81 cents of every dollar. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And the operating cost every day to open those doors is $1.7 million. Keep those doors open. But the work they do is incredible. Almost all forms of leukemia, childhood cancer, survival rate today, 94%. When Danny Thomas started this in 1962, I think it was somewhere around 6%, 8%. Now, 94%. So look, I will help you. Hodgkin's. That's a terrible one. I know that one. Okay, Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's. That's a terrible one. Today it's 90%. 90%. All because of the money that you donate. That's what my son had, Hodgkin's. But now it's curable, 90%. So let's help them. Make sure there's none, zero. And then maybe one day we'll get a cure on cancer. Get rid of cancer. I mean, David Bowie dies today of cancer. Are you kidding me? I mean, he's 69. And he dies because of cancer?
This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade. And the papers want to know whose shirt you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare.
Man, what an artist he was, huh? Incredible, this guy. Chameleon. He was unbelievable. But should cancer take his life at 69? Why can't we wipe out cancer? Because the same thing we can't wipe out wars. Money. Follow the money. Follow the money. Same thing. Are you kidding? So, we're told by the geniuses on CNBC there's no silver bullet, tell you when to get in and get out, so we're going to listen to them. And where they tell you, oh, just keep cost averaging down, you'll be fine. So the lower the market goes, buy more of it. Are you nuts? Are you nuts? And it's not China. Stop listening. It's not China causing this market to collapse. I told my gang in the next 2-3 days they're going to rally this market, and we're ready for it. We're all set to go the other way, called V-shaped rally. I told them the next 3 days they're going to come up with something to rally this market. They'll come up with a story. They'll come up with something, and they'll rally it. Matter of fact, look at this. When I last spoke to you, I said the market was down 35 points. Now it's up 100 points. But we're fine because we're going to make money on the rally. But remember what this rally is. You just don't buy a stock, think, oh, it's going the other way. I'm okay now. No. You're going to invest in a stock. Maybe it's 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. But these stocks aren't going up because money is coming in, new money's coming in. It's because everybody who is shorting, betting it's going down, they're taking their profits. That's what moves the stock up. So we could get some beautiful little investments here for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and that's what we're going to do at Phil's Gang. And then when it comes, then when the S&P, mark this number down, breaks 189, comes back down to 189 SPY, this market will just fall apart. I told my gang today in the class, I pointed and I said the double bottom was at 186.88. I said they're going to do everything they can to push this market up here, and let's get ready. We'll put some advanced orders in, and we did. How did I know to do that? How did I know that? By watching the charts. Now, I want to play this Trump thing all the way through with Todd, Chuck Todd, the idiot from Meet the Press, with his Lenin communist goatee. Listen to this.
China, clearly its economy, they're having a problem. They're having a crisis there. You have railed that China is beating America, and yet they're killing us. Okay, we're on our best 2-year job creation streak.
That gets me.
China is cratering our stock market for the problems they have at home. How is that the definition of China winning and America losing?
First of all, take a look at our GDP. Take a look at our GDP. And if you look at that, if you look at our productivity, if you look at the fact that people in 10 years essentially haven't had a raise, are people going down instead of up, the jobs, a lot of temporary jobs, people are working temporary jobs at jobs that they don't want instead of jobs. Our economy is doing horribly. And you take a look at that.
And he's got it right. Trump's got it right. But what Trump should have said to him, wait a minute. You're wrong. You're wrong, Todd. What do you mean we've had the best job growth rate in 2 years? They're jobs that suck. They're all part-time, terrible, low-paying jobs. What are you talking about? All the good, high-paying jobs, we keep on shipping them overseas. And when they go overseas, and the CEOs can't wait to ship every one they can find overseas because that money comes back to the CEO as a profit. He takes it in options in the shareholders. The company makes nothing out of it. There's no value, nor do people that work for the company. I opened up telling you that by tomorrow afternoon, the CEOs will have made between this morning and tomorrow afternoon as much as the average worker is going to make all year because we're shipping these jobs overseas. This 5% unemployment rate is a total lie. If we counted the 94 million who are discouraged, our unemployment rate is 23%. CNBC didn't mention on Friday that there has been an increase of 525,000 Americans working multiple jobs. We've increased since 2014 to 2015 another 525,000 Americans who have to work multiple jobs. And he says, oh, this is the best 2 years we ever had. Are you kidding me? Therefore, we now have the lowest labor participation rate since 1955 and the lowest wages in 20 years, which has caused sales, top line, sales of companies to plunge. And that's why companies like Macy's is closing 40 stores. And here's the problem. When those sales plunge at the top line, people aren't buying stuff and the earnings go down. That's the problem, not China. We'll be right back. Join my gang right now. Denise and Stephen will pick up your call. 877-600-GANG. Learn how to short stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Generally agree that monetary policy was not the main reason for the housing bubble.
What are you, nuts? Of course monetary policy was the reason for the housing bubble. That's Ben Bernanke. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. He's lying. Listen to this. In December 2000, interest rates were 6.5%. Within the next 30 months, Bernanke dropped them down to 1%. Because of that, mortgage originations grew from 1.5 trillion to 5 trillion. That was by the end of 2003. The housing bubble was inflated, and it was continued being fueled by his policies, which eventually we saw mortgages that grew from 28 trillion mortgages to 50 trillion. He lied. But here's the important thing. We were able to take advantage of that here at Phil's Gang, and we were able to make money because of it. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. I'm here to help you. I'm tired, and you should be tired, of listening to these financial shows like CNBC where they're all geniuses and they're always wrong. Look, stop worrying about the price to book and the price to sales and all the stuff they tell you you think you need to know. You don't need to know any of that. Anybody can make money in the stock market using charts. It's about money flow. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. At philsgang.com, we promote core technicals and chart analysis that enables each Phil's Gang member to be the best investor they can be. At philsgang.com, stock investing is defined in detail by the Phil's Gang standards. Working together, we achieve our goals and ultimately provide a truly unique profit-taking experience for our members. This is what philsgang.com does, and no one does it better than the off-the-Wall Street maverick, Phil Grande. For over 15 years, Phil coaches and teaches that stock investing diversity goes beyond fundamentals and stories. We believe that amazing things happen when people invest in themselves by following Phil's format and recommendations. At philsgang.com, we believe in the desire to embrace, build, and deliver on our core values and promises. And for over 15 years, Phil Grande has delivered on that promise. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
AMVA, and I've lost over 30K on it, but it had excellent earnings the last several quarters, and if they make the cameras and drone equipment, I don't know why it's so weak these days.
It's so weak these days because you don't pay attention to what they make. You don't care about their earnings. The problem is the institutions are pulling their money out, and that's all you need to know, and that's what we identify in the chart, and that's why I become a Phil's Gang member.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know we're going to have not only a stock market crash in 2016, but a housing crash in 2016. Don't you like how they tell us the housing's in recovery, and the market's in recovery, and the economy's in recovery? When it's not. It's in a bubble. Take housing. They loaned to a Wall Street firm called Blackstone. $7 billion. They buy 41,000 houses to go rent. Are you nuts? When they can't collect the rents anymore, those houses are going on the market and going to depress the real estate business by 30 or 40%. It's the same thing with stocks. They loan people money 600% more than they ever did before to buy stocks. That's all debt. And when the market goes down, they're going to have to dump those stocks to pay back that debt. And boy, will the market drop. Join my gang. Learn how to short. philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Let me give you the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Denise, Stephen will pick up your phone. It's $49.95 a month. You're going to love it. You're going to say, why didn't I do this years ago? Why didn't I do this years ago? Because I want you to think. Common sense tells you there is no way that you can make money by just having a 401k, pick out a mutual fund for the 401k, the guy managing the 401k, he has no loyalty to you at all. There's no fiduciary relationship. The law is he can put his interest ahead of yours. And he's going to, and he does. The fees alone kill you. 62%, 65% actually. What money you save, 65% goes to him. It's impossible. But think from the common sense point of view. Does it make sense that you would make more money if you could sell stocks when they go down, so you can make money selling short as well as buying stocks? And this guy here, mutual fund manager on CNBC today, he comes out, lies through his teeth, and says, there's no silver bullet.
Here's the bigger issue, and believe me when I tell you, we've looked at every single variable there possibly is. There's no silver bullet that's ever going to say, this was the best possible time to buy, this was the best possible time to sell.
Maybe not a silver bullet, but the technology is there. But he's a money manager. He gets paid on how much money that fund grows, not on how much they returns to you. So here, let's take one more, Caterpillar. This is one of our stocks. We take 5 stocks, Goldman Sachs, Schlumberger, Intel, IBM, and Caterpillar, and we manage those all year long, the same 5. Now, we do have bonus stocks, of course, but these are our major 5 stocks. Take Caterpillar. On April 10th last year, okay, we sold it, we bought it, it was green, turned from red to green, $81, and it went up 10%. Then it turned red. And then when it turned red, we looked at it back again in June 25th, and it turned red, and we said, let's short it because the money's coming out. And it's still going down. That's 30%. 30%. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get all of it, but you're sure going to get most of it. Isn't it worth trying? Isn't it worth trying? Of course it is. And all I ask is to help the kids. I told you in the beginning of the show in 1962 when Danny Thomas started this, I said I don't remember what the rate was. I thought it was, the survival rate was like 4% for childhood cancer, 6%. Well, it's 4%. Just looked it up, 4%. Now, because of St. Jude and because of you, the donations, now it's at 94%. And St. Jude has developed protocols that help push overall all survival rates for childhood cancers from less than 20% when the hospital opened in 62 to 80%. And now, and then if you go look at the leukemia, 94%. And 81 cents of every dollar you give goes to this. All I ask is let me have an opportunity every morning like I do with my members. Say, okay, here's a stock that we're going to go ahead and sell it short. And here's why. Take a look at it. Now, you can be passive. You can be aggressive. You can be whatever you want. If you don't want to spend any time at all on this, then you just follow along with me the 5 stocks, and you follow it on the PT2. And when it turns red, you sell short. Turns green, you buy. And we follow it for you. You haven't got to do a thing. If you want to use just a PT2, you don't have time. So we'll tell you when it turns red, turns green. Well, you see it. You got to have a chart. You'll see it yourself. But you'll learn how to do it so easy. Okay. So here's another thing that's interesting. When Fisher came out and said that we front-loaded, we financially engineered this whole rally, it's all fake. Here's what he didn't say, and he should have said. We also engineered the housing market. What we did, we started out and we got all this money at 0%. That way, and what we did is we took the savers, 5%, we reduced it to less than 1%, and we gave all this money to create this fake wealth effect to all the hedge funds like BlackRock. So they go out and buy all these houses to rent and would make it look like, wow, look at, we're in a real housing recovery, because CNBC every day and TV every day say, oh, look at this, prices of houses are soaring, look at this. But they didn't realize, no, they weren't. The few houses that were left. But they went into a neighborhood, bought 200 homes, maybe one dog was there. Yeah, price went up on it. But nobody explained that to you. Nor will they explain to you when they start dumping all these, because the economy gets worse and people lose more jobs. They can't pay that expensive rent. Most of the rent's now almost half of what people bring in their income. They can't afford that. They're going to start dumping these houses. Then watch the housing market go down. But here's the real thing you're not explaining. Just recently, the Bank Inspector General reported to Congress and identified how the 5 largest regulated banks, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citi, are back at it again. As part of this administration, this fake wealth effect that its own Fed board member talks about, they wanted to create an illusion of a booming housing market. So here's what they did. So again, Obama's monetary policy totally failed. That's why they have to, you got to ask, well, why are we doing this? Why are they creating this fake housing effect or this fake wealth effect? Because his policies, monetary policies, have failed. Nothing's worked he's done. Nothing. Look what happened when he put in the health care premium. My God, 70% of our GDP economic growth comes from consumption, but when there is little money left after paying the bills, especially the incredibly high Obama health care premiums, there is so little money to consume with. That causes the top line sales, the revenues of companies to plunge. That's why Macy's closing 40 stores. That causes factory orders to drop, manufacturing, industrial production to drop, sales to drop, household spending to drop, spending on durable goods like big TVs, all to plunge, to drop, causing earnings to drop. And if we stop going in and giving money at 0% to rally those stocks back up, so we don't, because when the earnings drop, your stock drops. They've been preventing the stock from dropping by plugging that money in. It's not happening anymore. We saw that in the last week. But what they've done is they've gone to the FHA now, this administration, said, look, loan to anybody. Loan to anybody. So they went to the banks, and before Holder left, they sent a letter out to all the banks, said, look, give a loan to anybody. We don't care. This time you're not going to be penalized. You're not going to be tried or anything for the things that you were penalized or tried for before. So all the bad things they did before, nobody went to jail, but there was penalties. They had to pay fines. They're saying that's not going to happen this time. Just loan to anybody. And that's what they're doing. So the 5 largest banks set up what's called shadow banks. Shadows of themselves. They would set up a mortgage company. They set up another entity, and they would fund it themselves because, remember, they're regulated. But the mortgage company they set up is not regulated. So they can go out and loan money to anybody who can't even make a payment. Now they don't care because now the FHA loans them. They hope they fail in making the payment because they're insured. So Goldman Sachs sets up a company. We call it the X company. They will loan to somebody. They don't care if he can't make the payment because you and I insure it under FHA. Now, Goldman Sachs can't wait for that person to stop paying because they make more money off the insurance. So when you don't make your payment, your house goes into foreclosure, Goldman Sachs sitting there pretty because you and I have to make up the payments. We have to pay it. So Goldman Sachs makes more money, or JP Morgan makes more money when those houses are foreclosed. Do the math. You'll see it. They can't wait. Now, remember, under the Glass-Steagall Act, they couldn't do shadow banks. That was all illegal. But since the Clinton administration repealed the Glass-Steagall Act, which prohibited these shadow banks being set up, but now they got rid of the Glass-Steagall Act, so that's what they're doing again. And that's going to make this market even collapse more. So you got to learn. When we have the big rallies like we had since 2009, they were all financially engineered, as Fisher says, front-loaded. Those stop. This is the third one now in your lifetime you're going to see. This is stopping. And when this market collapses, why aren't you short? Don't just sit there and think, oh, if you took your money out and went to cash, that's ridiculous. How much money are you going to make on cash? Are you kidding? Join my gang right now. Try it for just 1 month. $49.95. That's it. Try it for a month. And you're going to be okay if you do. I'm telling you, you're going to be okay. We'll see you on the charts. Join my gang. philsgang.com.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande.